Hello everybody and welcome back to another Create a Sim video. This, however, is a special episode because this is Lindsay. She is our sim from the Elimination Challenge Season 3, and a lot has changed for Lindsay since she last was on the show, so let's dive in right where we left off. So when she was on Season 3, Lindsay was fresh out of high school, and she had number one priority, which was fitting in. And she did this exceptionally well, and that's proven because she was named prom queen. However, when she saw the show, she felt like she was watching someone else, almost like an out-of-body experience. It didn't feel like she was who she was really meant to be, and she didn't even know who that was. So when the reviews came in, there was a lot of mixed feelings about Lindsay. While some people loved her, some people hated her. And sadly, she didn't even know if she was on the side that loved or hated her as well. So what she did know is that she spent so much time polishing all the aspects of her life, but in the end, it just didn't feel like it was her life. So after the game, she's like, I'm gonna go explore. So she traveled the world, but not to the obvious tourist places like New York City, Paris, or London. Instead, she decided to go places where she could see people and the earth and what it had to offer. So she went to rural areas of India, China, Pakistan, Indonesia, and so many more. And she saw the most beautiful places, and more importantly, beautiful people. And it had nothing to do with how they looked, but how they treated one another. She decided then that she was no longer just going to conform to the Western society of normal or popular, but instead just be at peace being who she was, herself, and however that looked and felt like. When she finally returned home, she moved into her own place and living off the land and cleaning the planet. Lindsay is no longer that overcompensating teenager just trying to shine, but instead a young woman, now and forever trying to give back. So it's crazy to me that it actually has been almost 5 years since we first saw Lindsay on this channel. Man, a lot has changed, and I think that that's why I wanted to make sure that Lindsay's story changed, and I wanted to show who she really is today, and not who she used to be. So that is Lindsay in a nutshell, and now it's time to move on to some of your questions. So the first question is from Zoe, and it's what encouraged you to become vegan and how is it living a vegan lifestyle? So this actually might be my only question I answer in this episode because it's quite lengthy. However, I don't want to go into too much detail unless you guys want to know more. So basically for me, what encouraged me to become vegan was finding out about the environmental impact that, you know, being a vegetarian had on the planet. So at the time I was already a vegetarian. I went and became a vegetarian at around 22 or 23 years old, and it was because I wanted to stop eating animals. I was eating a hamburger at the time actually, which is quite ironic, and I just remember thinking, I don't want to eat this. Like, I don't like the idea of the fact that I'm eating an animal. I've always been a huge animal lover, but as a kid, I was always conditioned to eat meat. You know, we just grew up that way. And I don't think I really associated what I was eating with animals. It wasn't until I was older that I really started to think about it more and more. And then it got to a point where I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I remember like the last few months before I went vegetarian, I actually did physically feel a little bit sick when I would think about what I was eating. And then one day I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, I clearly have no desire to want to eat this. Why don't I just stop? And I did. And actually, it's funny because my dad did not take me seriously. I was living at home at the time, and he literally was like, oh, whatever, this will last maybe a week or two. And he literally would cook dinners with meat in them, and I'm like, Dad, I can't eat this. He's like, yes, you can. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm a vegetarian now. He literally just did not want to believe it. It was pretty funny. But then, a few years later, I watched a documentary called Cowspiracy. It's on Netflix. It's completely free. Oh, well, actually, it's not completely free. Netflix is not a free service, Stuart, but it is on Netflix, and you can watch it if you're interested, and I'm sure you could download it elsewhere, but I watched it on Netflix because one of my friends was talking about this documentary she had seen, because I was mentioning at the time that I love documentaries and learning about new things, and she said, oh, well, if you do like that, you should watch this. And I was like, okay, I had nothing else to do that day, so I went home and I just started watching it, and literally the second it ended, I was vegan, and I have never looked back. Now, there's so many reasons why I stay vegan, and there's so much more to the story, but for now, I'll just leave it at that, and if you guys have any more questions about what keeps me vegan, my favorite recipes, or what else I learned, I will share it in future videos. But for now, this is Lindsay, so this is her everyday outfit, and I think she looks freaking phenomenal, if I do say so myself. This is her formal outfit, so I just felt like Lindsay 2.0 is not into dresses. She's like 2020, no. But here, she's a savage, as you can see, rocking that athletic outfit. Here, she is supreme, I think that says, yeah, and that's her bedtime outfit. This is her party outfit, which is a dress, but she's rocking it with some jeans. Then we have her swimwear. She's not all about showing cleavage, she doesn't care. She just wants to be comfortable. This is her hot outfit, and she has like a picture of a cactus there, which is fitting. And then this is her winter outfit, which we'll never see anyway. All right, well, that is it for Lindsay. I love her. I think her makeover looks stellar, but hey, I'm a little biased. I did actually go ahead and change her traits because her character has changed so much. So she's now a vegan, even though it says vegetarian, a freegan, and also a green friend. So I'm very excited for Lindsay. I'm loving how her story has changed and developed since we last saw her. Oh, her lifetime aspiration is eco-friendly or something. I don't really know what that one was. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to post more questions that you want me to answer down in the comments below. It could be about anything, being gay, being vegan, about The Sims, whatever you want it to be about. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.